Hello, everybody. My name is Brooks Cash, and this is my wife, Mary Ann. And we have been humbled and privileged to be selected as the new care group coordinators for Biblical Foundations. And we just wanted to take a moment to introduce ourselves and share our experience with small groups. So I'll go first. And if you're anything like me, which hopefully you're not, but the term small groups for many years sent shivers up my spine. And we first became involved in small groups actually very early in our marriage. We've been married a little bit more than 30 years now. And early on in our marriage, when we were having some growing pains with regards to being newlyweds, we actually were able and privileged enough to be incorporated into a small group of friends from actually a diverse group of churches. So not one cohesive church family, but people in the same kind of setting that we were in terms of their married lives and burgeoning families. And I actually came to understand the value of small groups in that arena. And then over the years, as we moved multiple times through my career in the military, we were exposed to a lot of different churches, a lot of different denominations. But the one thing that many of them had in common was the existence of small groups. And, largely through the influence of my wife, we immersed ourselves in those small groups. We were active in those small groups. And every single church that we participated in with small groups, especially over the last decade or so, have become ever more meaningful. And I can absolutely say without a shadow of a doubt in my conviction that the small groups that we've been involved in with Houston's First have been among the most meaningful that we've ever experienced. We have just grown to love our friends and extended family in our current small group. It's brought us closer to them, of course, and it's also, I think, brought us closer to each other as well as the extended family at First Baptist, Houston's First. I think the value that I see in small groups is the ability to actually share outside your family, your immediate family, the troubles or struggles or joys that you may be experiencing. And I think the other thing that it's done for me is it's helped me realize that many people share the same struggles and joys and troubles that I do, and it gives me a chance to verbalize those and get sometimes advice in terms of how to handle that from people who've walked through those struggles. But also, it allows me to air those concerns or prayer requests or praise notices to others, and that's been absolutely rewarding to me. And I would encourage you all to participate in the small groups that we have available through the class. And I'm going to turn it over to Mary Ann and let her share her perspective with regards to small groups as well.
Oh, thank you. Well, I think he said it all really. That the difference for me, and it's not like I was that excited about small groups myself because I already had a lot of small groups of friends and colleagues because when I first started I worked full time and had a lot of different arenas where I had fellowship. But I think for me, the big difference in regular fellowship outside of church family is the biblical part of the fellowship that happens. We are brought together not by any other shared thing than our devotion to Christ and our church family. We have such a diverse small group, but we have the common theme that we are all members of not only Houston's First, but Biblical Foundations. And because of that, that's how we come together in Jesus' name and pray. It's the foundation of why we're together. And we just kind of cut straight to the chase with all of our differences. There's the biggest commonality, and that's, it bears much fruit. I can say it bears much fruit, and it's become foundational for my life, and transformational as well. And And so I can't say enough about how fruitful it is and how we all encourage you to give it a try. Um, it's not easy or always convenient, but it's simple and it's rewarding. The rewards far outweigh any inconvenience in your schedule or any kind of fears you may have. So, anyway, we encourage you and we look forward to really getting to know you all um, this next year. Thank you.
Thanks, and I do hope that you will participate in the small groups that we're setting up, the current existing small groups, and I do hope that, like me, it becomes one of the best parts of your week because I really do look forward to interacting with the other members of our group and catching up and talking about the sermon and the messages and other things with regards to what's going on in my life and hearing what's going on in their life. And we do it with our group in a small way every week, but in a larger way intermittently through a month. And we'll help coordinate how often you all meet. It certainly is up to you to craft, and we're here to provide guidance. And again, we just want this to be a rewarding experience for you all as much as it has been with us. And I think that there's plenty of evidence that shows that small groups are incredibly helpful, and we want that joy to come to you as well. Thank you very much. It's great to see you all, and we'll see you in class.